What it do? What it do? Everyday people, we up in this thing. Hey, babe. I told y'all I'm sick of y'all. But I gotta come and give y'all the tea every night. Gotta give y'all the tea every night. Tonight, we talking about, I can't even hear myself with these damn earphones on. Tonight, we talking about New York City and all over America, the elections. Matter of fact, I have a friend. I have a supporter and a friend. I'm going to call her a friend because she a friend. And we're going to get her on. Hopefully, we can get her on to talk about the elections in Florida. But we got Tamisha Price out of Miami, Florida. Tamisha Price was running in the city of Reynolds, and she will come on and tell her story. I'm gonna pray for her, make sure that hopefully she got the votes that she needs. But she's the city of Reynolds, Florida, has been coming down on her a lot. So we're gonna get her story. She's a well-known advocate and politician in the community. So we support those who support us. Okay. So shout out to Tamisha Price, and good luck and Godspeed to her. Okay. So everybody give a shout out to her for running, doing stuff that everybody don't want to do. She doing the stuff that everybody don't want to do. You know, running for council in your city is important because those small elections matter. Small elections matter, whether you believe it or not. You know, small elections matter. You know what I mean? So get out. I hope y'all got out there and voted your interest in your community. Okay, because those elections matter. Also, yeah, I'll tell y'all about my whole little deal. I ran for a seat in Oklahoma. I didn't actually run, but I put in, and my name was going to be put on the ballot. And I was like, I can be put on the ballot. Yeah, that's a long story. But anyway, let's get into it. We got some crazy stuff that's happening around America today. You know, I don't know if y'all seen this story, but let's get into this story. It's crazy.
Yeah! Hit and run! Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run! Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run! Hit and run! Yeah. Look, hey, watch out with that weapon! That weapon! Yo, watch out! What's wrong with you?
This is not AI.
You hit it! You hit her! Yo! What's wrong?
You hit her!
You hit her! You guys hit her! You guys hit her! What's wrong with y'all?
Y'all hit her?
Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street! Y'all hit her! Y'all on camera! Leave her alone! She ain't even do shit! She trying to go to work! She's trying to go to work!
What the fuck?
Oh, what?
Look at this.
Y'all some crazy. Y'all got no heart, for real. No heart.
Look at this.
No heart.
Get off!
She's a female.
Get off of her right now!
You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her?
Get off!
You guys hit her. Man, how y'all gonna arrest her, man? Y'all bogus as
Get
fuck.
off her! What's it?
You hit her. You guys hit her.
They went and took a picture of
You
her.
guys hit her. Whole lawsuit right there.
They don't have the right. They don't give a damn.
Keep fucking around in Chicago. Hey, baby girl, you good. Don't worry about it. Stop resisting. Don't worry about it. We need that information, bro. Ah, bogus as fuck. They just gonna leave us, huh? Yeah.
So, do you think these guys went to that extent to arrest an illegal immigrant that they're going to crash into whoever? I don't know. I want to know more of context of what the hell is going on, because I'm not saying she was wrong, and I'm not saying that they were right or they were wrong. I don't know, but this got to be pretty serious. She got to be like a Colombian drug dealer. She got to be a murderer, because you snatching her out of her car, taking off her shoes, then handcuff her and throw her in the back of a car. It's completely insane. She gotta be a terrorist to do all this. You come out with your weapons drawn. I know y'all seen this. Y'all see this? I mean, let me turn the sound back on.
Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street. Y'all hear her? Y'all on camera? Leave her alone. She ain't even do shit. She trying to go to work. She's trying to go to work.
What the fuck?
Oh, what? Y'all some crazy. Y'all got no heart, for real. No heart. No heart.
Stop! Get off!
Crazy.
Get off!
She's a female.
Get off of her right now!
You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her?
Get off!
You guys hit her. Man, how y'all gonna arrest her, bro?
Bro, this is crazy. I don't understand why y'all not mad about this. I mean, Republicans, are y'all happy with this? Would you happy with what your president is doing? I mean, look at this. This is, when you see it in your face, you be like, man. But you know what? Everybody's so mad about the food stamp shit, and you got this type of stuff happening. That's crazy. This ain't AI. Everybody's putting out these stupid AI videos. It's a content creator. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. It's a content creator who actually put out a video. It's got hundreds of thousands of views. Nothing but AI content. And she's deleting all the comments that are saying this AI. It's so stupid, but it's so many racist people in the comments that are saying, "Oh yeah, nobody should take their baby shopping or stealing." All right, here it goes.
Just switch it on and earn up to 11%.
The YouTuber's name is We Got Receipts. She got 290,000 subscribers.
No lockups.
Collins of CNN is admitting that there are 14.
She got 290,000 subscribers, right? We Got Receipts. This lady, right? She got a whole video of AI. I'm gonna show you this, bro. This is so crazy.
When you got the whole team helping, no EBT.
Look at this baby.
All you gotta do.
Look at baby running with a banana.
When you got the whole team helping, no EBT.
Oh, not the little kid.
This lady put out a whole video of AI. A whole video, all AI, black people. It's a couple white people, stealing groceries. And the comments, the comments are worse. But there's no saying, hey, this is AI. It's like, how you putting AI content out there, making it look like somebody's they got their baby stealing. But then you got shit like this, real live shit Real life. But y'all don't do nothing. Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly,
We
put
talked
him in
about
charge, one rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, one rough hour.
Who the hell is Mike Kelly? Mike Kelly, violent Mike Kelly. I don't know. He says, I don't know who the hell Mike Kelly is. Mike Kelly, Congress and Mike Kelly, Republicans passed a short-term spending bill on September 19th. I don't know. Mike Kelly. He's saying Mike Kelly's ready to purge illegal immigrants. So y'all ready to knock people down? This is our president, America, baby. Dallas Cowboys, America's team.
Hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately.
Mark Heftman, what's the background to the arrest? We don't know. We don't know. But does it take all that? I mean, she was dressed like a thug, right? Arrest that bitch. You know what I'm saying? She was dressed like a thug, driving her Mercedes that was probably bought with drug money. You know, she had to get off the streets. She had to get off the streets. I mean, we trying to rid the drug dealers, rapists. You know, they send all their worst to America. I mean, damn, she was probably out at 6 a.m. going to, you know, score something. You know, it don't matter what the hell she was arrested for. All that for that lady. Come on, man. You can clearly see she was under distress like that, man. Come on, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all think that was fine? It wasn't nothing fine about that. Wasn't nothing justified about arresting that woman. I mean, do we got to see that again? You're beginning to figure out that Rosa Parks is still on that bus, but she's going to the back of the bus, and Rosie Perez is going to take her space because Democrats see the future as brown. I mean, hey.
To break the window.
Yeah, that's
breaking the window. This guy opening the window. I'm opening the door.
JT Siskowski for Status Coup here in a parking lot in Addison, Illinois, where masked agents with the Department of Homeland Security just abducted 2 more people out of this Chicago area community. I'm here with a witness, and I will have the witness, if you want to just step in frame here. We are protecting his identity because...
See, we don't even have to watch mainstream media no more. You got people really out there on the street, real life, doing this. This is real life. This ain't AI.
There is fear, of course, of reprisal from the federal government. So I wanted to have you start, sir, just by explaining what you saw out here this morning from wherever you feel that begins all the way up to, you know, when ICE or the federal agents left.
Well, I was buying here in this grocery store, and I saw those masked guys right behind a car that was parking on the parking lot here on the grocery store. And they were waiting here for probably 40 minutes, and then after that they broke the window of the car, and I know they are doing the wrong thing because they don't look criminals, to be honest. And we called the police came, and they do, well, nothing, couldn't do anything because they said that it's federal.
Just some information that I got from the family was that these two had actually been in the country for about 30 years and did not have criminal history. We're just hardworking people, sort of, you know, the impression that you got as well. What do you feel like is the message that the federal government is attempting to send to this community here in Addison?
I don't know. To be honest, this is what we need to get answers from them. Why they are chasing these people? Why? What? How do they know they are criminals? This is the question. I mean, they are not looking criminals. To be honest.
Donald Trump is getting all the criminals, rapists, and murderers out of America. This is what look at this family of criminals. All of them. They had to take out a few people in the 30 years that they've been in America. I mean, let's just show the entire video. What the hell you want to see? Do you have to see the entire video to understand? You know what be killing me? It's like, y'all be like, it's out of context. You got to show the entire video. What else do you need to see? What else more do you need to see? You need to see somebody get their head blown off? You need to go to the person and ask them, hey, what are you arresting them for? They not telling you? That, man, y'all are so crazy. This is why Republicans are y'all ain't shit. Y'all people who are for this nonsense, y'all ain't shit. Because if this was happening to the Irish when they were coming over here in 1641, y'all would be, oh my God, y'all taking our family. But this is happening in 2025. It doesn't matter. You know, y'all, everybody over here birthers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying take me back to Africa, but I'm saying, damn, at least give me a fair shake and staying over here if I'm a productive citizen.
Yes, I got deported after 20 plus years and 97+% of my life in the United States. ICE agents picked me up in Chicago and threw me.
30 years and they didn't try the legal way. You right. 30 years and they didn't try the legal way. Guess what? You know how many presidents have went through here in 30 years? America, you know what Lady Liberty stands for? America, baby. Immigrants, immigration, come to the new land. The new land. Remember that? Hey, I'm going to leave the light on. Motel 6. Okay? America's Motel 6 for the world. Okay? I'm going to leave the light on. Bring your ass over here from wherever you coming from. Okay? Lady Liberty, a gift from France. That France said, hey, man, y'all doing shit wrong. We about to take our gift back. This is the truth. This is not a game. We about to lose Lady Liberty because we not holding up to the bargain that we took on as America. America took in the world's problems. Are y'all tripping? Let's start this guy over because he deserves his shine because his black ass back over there in England.
Yes, I got deported after 20 plus years and 97+% of my life in the United States. ICE agents picked me up in Chicago and threw me in jail for 3 weeks because my parents did not file my paperwork correctly.
I ain't seen a legal immigrant from 1641. Have y'all seen a legal? Show me one legal immigrant. Show me one legal immigrant from any time between the 1600s and 1960. Show me all the legal immigrants. Show me legal immigrants from all the way up to the 1960s. You can't find none. There wasn't no damn legal immigrants back then. Illegal immigrants. There wasn't no illegal immigration. Now it's illegal. Now it's illegal. Y'all be lying to yourselves. I need y'all to stop lying to yourselves.
They brought me to the United States on a visa, overstayed that visa, had opportunities to appeal it in court, and my father did not show up to court. Now I'm in the United Kingdom, and this country sucks. And it has made me more America first, because you see that outside of London, all of England is a third world country, a dump. I hate it here, and I am excited and ready to go back to the United States, but I have a 10-year ban to wait out, and I'm waiting to bring my fiance over because I had a wedding scheduled that I had to cancel. And it's taken everything in me to forgive my parents for what they've done to me and what they've caused, but I'll keep going on.
God damn. See? He crazy situation. Look, they got 21 Savage like that. 21 Savage from Dominica, which was governed by the UK. That's why everybody thought he was a British's coming. They was like he was claiming blood. Everybody thought he was a red coat looking ass. But yeah, they getting him out of here.
Back off me, I said. I'm on your way. I'm behind you. Keep on following me, you're gonna get arrested. You know what? In the Sam's Club. I told you keep your freaking distance. Hey, I'm keeping my distance. You're in the Sam's Club parking lot.
I'm not resisting. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for making the
I never said a
threat.
threat. I never said anything. I never said anything. I never said anything.
So you got her, man. Hey.
Now they out here.
I want you to let me go.
They out here arresting Oswald Cobblepot and shit.
I want you to let me go.
Okay, one man, right? So you're telling me that Trump has no idea that he pardoned perhaps one of the most prominent people to ever be convicted in crypto, a business that his family is deeply embedded in. Again, you want us to believe that
No, Dominica is not the Dominican Republic. Dominica is a whole different country. It's another Caribbean island.
is not something that he would know or understand.
No, I don't.
And that if he didn't know and understand it, that would be okay with you.
I don't want you to believe anything, and I'm certainly not acquainted with all the details of it. I'm just telling you that I believe that the president probably doesn't personally know this person. I also believe
I didn't ask if he personally
I also
knew
believe
him.
that the president
I
was
asked if
probably
he
lobbied
knew.
about this, and I believe that a group of advisors probably
Do
told
you
him
think that he knows
he was
that his family,
over-prosecuted by Biden.
Do you
I
think
all
he
those
knows
things
that
are
his
true.
family is in business with his company?
I think he probably knows his family.
And you think that's okay? Do you think that's okay?
He got a recommendation.
Do you think that it's okay that he pardoned somebody that his family is right at this very moment in business with, and who shortly after that pardon sent out a message promoting the Trump family crypto business? You're okay with that?
No, it's totally above board, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, by the way,
there's nothing to see here,
first
guys.
of all, A for effort. I mean, I just want to let you both know. I mean, look, this was great. Nora O'Donnell was like asking a tough question, right? She was like, "Hey, so there's this guy. He goes by CZ. You know, he's a national security risk, and he was like, you know, moving money for Hamas. And you gave him a pardon." And Trump was like pretending like he was with his best friend. He's like, "Hey, listen to this. I don't even know the guy. I know nothing about it." I mean, somewhere, you know, obviously James Comer, my dear friend, who spent millions of dollars on this AutoPen thing, is crying. When the speaker was asked this question, he looked like his IBS started to kick in front of the TV cameras. No, this undermines their entire message about Joe Biden, the AutoPen, and not knowing pardons. And you know the one thing we don't have about Joe Biden? We don't have him on camera being asked a question. Do you know about this pardon? And Joe Biden going, no,
but
no,
we've
nothing
got it
about
on
it.
camera.
We got Trump right there for the American people to see. Trump going, no, don't know this guy, Zhao. Don't know anything about it.
It's true. You don't have Joe Biden on camera about much of anything the last 3 months.
Or
That's
even who
absolutely
he
true.
was at that point. So, yeah.
Look, let me.
He had an ice cream shop.
You made the.
Hey, we talked about this the other night. I told y'all, man. It just sounded stupid that you pardon somebody you don't know. I get it. You don't know them. But the fact that your family is doing business with a bunch of crypto billionaires and you don't know who this guy is and you pardon, man, if this was Joe Biden, Republicans, what would Joe Biden do? Y'all, y'all mad at Joe Biden for pardoning Hunter, which look, Hunter's a crackhead. Okay, Hunter's a crackhead. There's nothing. Sometimes you gotta look out for your crackhead kid. Okay, and I get it. You the president, your son's a crackhead. You get him some rehab. Then you turn around and he online snorting coke off a goddamn bathroom seat, and you be like, man, I just pardoned your stupid ass. I don't give a damn about Hunter Biden. Honestly, I don't give a shit. But Republicans will sit there and die on that hill talking about that crackhead Hunter Biden getting off from a misdemeanor. It's not even a felony. But Hunter Biden did make some deals with some other people, right? Hunter Biden made some deals with some people and made some money somewhere doing God knows what. Probably got paid in crack, because that's what crackheads do, get paid in crack. But same thing, you got Donald Trump doing the same thing Joe Biden just did, pardon somebody that his family benefit from. But it's all good. You want to hear let's hear this guy's excuse once again.
Okay, one man, right? So you're telling me that Trump has no idea that he pardoned perhaps one of the most prominent people to ever be convicted in crypto, a business that his family is deeply embedded in. Again, you want us to believe that that is not something that he would know or understand.
No, I don't.
And that if he didn't know and understand it, that would be okay with you.
I don't want you to believe anything, and I'm certainly not acquainted with all the details of it. I'm just telling you that I believe that the president probably doesn't personally know this person. I also believe.
I didn't ask if he personally knew.
I also believe that the president was probably lobbied
knew.
about this, and I believe that a group of advisors probably told him that.
Do you think that he knows
he was
that his
over-prosecuted by Biden?
Do you think he knows that his family is in business with his company?
I think he probably knows his family.
And you think that's okay? Do you think that's okay?
He got a recommendation.
Do you think that it's okay that he pardoned somebody that his family is right at this very moment in business with, and who shortly after that pardon sent out a message promoting the Trump family crypto business? You're okay with that?
No, it's totally above board, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, by
obviously,
the way,
there's nothing to see here, guys.
Yeah, see, y'all full of shit if y'all believe that. Anyway, the poll says, we ended the poll. Is it okay that Trump pardoned a criminal that is in business with his family? 60%, 61% says no, 39% yes says yes. The people have spoken. Okay, who gives a damn about Joe Biden, his crackhead son? Y'all talk about be consistent. Now, I've been consistent and told y'all I don't give a damn about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is one of y'all. Okay. Joe Biden locked up black people everywhere for bullshit. him and his super predator stuff in the 84 crime bill or whatever year it was. Come on, man. Y'all act like Joe Biden. Joe Biden is Democratic savior. Man, that fool is. He needed to retire 20 years ago. And y'all still leaning on Joe Biden. But Joe Biden.
Tonight, we sent a message. We sent a message to every corner of the Commonwealth. A message to our neighbors and our fellow Americans across the country. We sent a message to the whole world that in 2025, Virginia chose pragmatism over partisanship. We chose our Commonwealth over chaos. You all chose leadership that will focus relentlessly on what matters most: lowering costs, keeping our communities safe, and strengthening our economy for every Virginian. Tonight, we sent a message.
I had to Google pragmatism, and it says attitude or policy, an approach that assesses the truth of meaning of theories or beliefs in terms of success of their practical application. And I'm still confused at what she meant, but shout out to the new governor of Virginia, where she was actually in the runs with another woman. So this is the first female governor of Virginia. It would have either been her or a black woman. So there you have it. Shout out to Virginia. Virginia is a progressive state.
And guess what, guys? There's more. And this part is crazy. Milo Yiannopoulos tweeted, I think Israel did it. And that's because he was tweeting about the bizarre lie of them saying Erica Kirk was accepting this award, and they completely fictionalized it. They've just been lying nonstop, quickly, right? Right out the gate. Bibi Netanyahu doing propaganda rounds, denying that he had anything to do with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Perfectly normal thing to do, right? Perfectly normal. For some reason, I didn't feel compelled to do that. I didn't feel like I had to get on camera and make a statement that I didn't kill Charlie Kirk. But Bibi Netanyahu felt that he needed to do that. And all of his sycophants in America echoed that statement. And nobody had accused them. A thief runneth when no one pursueth, right? Well, here's some explosive news for you that I can now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, confirm. Ladies and gentlemen, there were, for whatever reason, 12 Israeli cell phones on the ground at Utah Valley University the day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. This has completely spooked the people that are very high up in government. Now, to be clear, I don't mean that there were 12 VPNs that were switched and routed through Israel on that day. I mean that there were 12 personal cell phone accounts that were opened in Israel, okay? Like you go into Verizon in Tennessee or in Connecticut and you open your phone. I am saying that they opened their phones in Israel, those accounts in Israel, and they were on the ground on September 10th at Utah Valley University when Charlie was shot. Now, the NSA knows this. Kash Patel knows this. People in the current administration know this, and they are desperate for some reason to stop that information from being released to the public. Why? Because they're the most transparent administration ever? Is that why? Is this like Jeffrey Epstein transparency that we're getting? Because that's what it feels like. It always seems that on the topic of this one nation that's only the size of New Jersey and has done nothing wrong ever and was truly the greatest friend to Charlie right up until the very end, never put any pressure on him, suddenly everybody abandoned their values. True friends of Charlie Kirk, right? Standing on that stage, giving him a speech, hiding this. Now, what would be the reason that they wanted to keep that information under wraps? And why does it have people at the very top spooked? If there's nothing to hide, then there's nothing to hide. Okay? If there's nothing to hide, then there's nothing to hide. Now, let's play devil's advocate. And to be clear, we are now advocating for the devil when we do this. Maybe the cell phones belonged to some exchange students. It's possible. Maybe 12 Israelis were touring UVU on that day because, I don't know, Utah Valley University is a place where they maybe wanted to attend in the future. Maybe 12 American students had Israeli-based cell phones because they had just come back from a summer abroad program, and they wanted to keep their Israeli cell phones running when they got back home to Utah. I don't know, but I'd like to know. In fact, we need to know the answer to this question. Why are they hiding this information? And why and who did those 12 Israeli cell phones belong to? Okay? I don't like secrets. I don't like secrets, especially when they pertain to the public execution of my friend Charlie Kirk.
Woo! Candace getting close to that fire. Even one of the biggest elections happening in the U.S. Today, Candace is getting closer to the fire. Okay, now If y'all don't know what that fire is, Charlie Kirk got close to that fire. Okay? You get to, when mama say, don't touch that stove, girl, that shit hot. Tell her Candace. It's getting hot. But Candace remains steadfast at wanting to find the truth. Can you blame her? No, because that was her friend. Her friend was telling her behind the scenes. Candace has more. Candace ain't pulled out her big gun yet. Candace got the big gun, but she ain't pulled it out yet because she know that could be detrimental to her life and society. If Candace pulls out the big gun, oh, you think that other high-ranking official didn't come up missing in Israeli for no reason? Whoo! Protect Candace at all costs. Still, she putting her foot on the Israelis' neck. People ain't got no damn jobs. SNAP benefits is shut off, and the government don't look like it's about to open no time soon. And Candace got her foot on Israel's neck. So what does that tell y'all? Tells you something. What it do, Joker? Shout out to my best friend and my Joker TV, man. Everybody, I don't care who you are and what you support. Shout out to Joker. Y'all give her some hand claps in the chat. And she says, misspell your cuss words, and keep the chat. I'm tripping. Misspell your cuss words in the chat and stay lit. Okay? Let's get it on.
Today is election day in New York City. Did you vote for Mamdani or Cuomo?
Look, I voted, and I look forward to working with the next mayor to help New York City.
Today is election day in New York City. Did you vote for...
Who y'all think the Tootsie Roll Pop Owl voted for? Oh, he definitely voted for Mamdani. Definitely. He was like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of Mamdani being mayor of New York City? 1, 2, 3 votes. 3 votes to get Mamdani the mayor of New York City. Shout out to the Tootsie Pop goddamn owl. He need to retire, don't he?
Evening, you know, ballots aren't being cast everywhere across the country tonight, but these so-called off-year elections are a good early gauge of the national mood and can be seen as a referendum on the president, with concerns about the cost of nearly everything, a top concern for voters tonight. Zohran Mamdani is a self-described democratic socialist pushing for free child care and city buses and a freeze on some rent. It's setting up a clash with President Trump, who's threatening to withhold federal funds if Mamdani wins. The president's endorsed former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who's running as an independent. We asked Mamdani supporters whether Democrats nationwide should adopt his more socialist New York state of mind.
We don't need carbon copies of Zohran around the country, but we need leaders who have some of the things that he has, which is an ability to hear what the voters need and want.
For those who may be curious or concerned about a 34-year-old Democratic socialist running the largest city in the country, what would you say to those skeptics?
Well, I get older every day. Look, I think more about New Yorkers than I do about anything beyond our 5 boroughs. And I look forward to fulfilling the hope that New Yorkers have put in me.
And those New Yorkers are turning out in big numbers. By this afternoon, more had cast ballots in this election than in any mayoral contest since right after the 9/11 attacks. Now, there are other big contests across the country, including across the Hudson River in the Garden State of New Jersey, where CBS's Jerika Duncan has more. Jerika, good evening.
Good evening to you. I'm here at the Republican headquarters for Jack Ciattarelli. He is running for governor, and he said he's confident, according to his campaign tonight, he's confident that he has the votes he needs, he says, to beat Democrat and Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill.
Hi, guys. Sherrill, a former
Fox News says socialist shockwave Mamdani stuns NYC as voters hand power to Democrats' far left flank. You can Fox News is visibly upset about this.
The officer and helicopter pilot was elected as a New Jersey congresswoman in 2018. Chitterelli is a businessman and former state assemblyman. This is his third time running for governor. Polls show Chitterelli has closed in on Cheryl since the start of September.
It doesn't matter if it's national or local. Every decision that these politicians make affects at some point. It trickles down to your own homes.
Well, hello, New Jersey!
Like the mayoral race in New York, there's a common theme here in the Garden State. Both candidates have sparred over a key issue for voters, affordability.
I have older parents. We have a lot of issues with their Medicaid, their health insurances.
So if I hear you correctly, some of the politics at the national level drove you to vote today at the state level.
They did.
Tonight, we are hearing about an arrest due to an earlier bomb threat at a local elementary school that was acting as a polling station. Now, there were several threats today here in the state of New Jersey, but officials say luckily none of those threats were deemed credible. I want to turn now, though, to another important governor's race, and that is in Virginia, where we find my colleague, Nicole Killian. Nicole.
Well, good evening. It is a big night here in Virginia as voters are electing a woman to lead the Commonwealth for the first time ever.
We are going to win.
Tonight, an historic matchup between Democratic nominee Abigail Spanberger, a former congresswoman and CIA operative.
I am for common sense!
And Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, a Marine and immigrant from Jamaica.
Who did you vote for today?
Winsome Sears.
Why?
Republican. I think it's great that, we have our first black candidate, female.
Who did you vote for today?
Abigail Spanberger.
Why?
Just the messaging that she has, what she's, trying to do, like with the Commonwealth.
Both candidates pulled out party heavyweights, but notably absent President Donald Trump, who did not even mention Earl Sears by name during an election eve tele-rally.
Vote for these unbelievable, great Republican candidates.
The Trump agenda and the ongoing government shutdown are key factors, as Virginia has one.
See, Trump didn't even care that she was a black woman. He didn't care that she was DEI. He was just she's Republican. Vote for her. Okay? Republican. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff we need Democrats to do. Like, we don't give a damn what color she is. Just vote Democrat. I don't even know her policies, but vote for her. You know what I'm saying? Did he Donald Trump don't give a damn. He just want Republican. That's all he want. Republican.
One of the largest federal worker populations in the country.
CBS News is characterizing this race as leans Democrat. If Spanberger flips the governor's mansion, Democrats hope it will bolster their strategy in next year's midterms.
Okay. Maybe she should build a ballroom on the side of Virginia's governor's mansion.
Defeating the Commonwealth's sitting lieutenant governor, Republican Winsome Earl Sears. Abigail Spanberger will become the very first woman governor in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Again, CNN projects that Abigail Spanberger will be elected governor of Virginia. CNN's Jeff Zeleny is at the Spanberger campaign headquarters in Richmond, Virginia, the capital of Virginia. And Jeff, it must be pretty jubilant there as far as I can see from behind you.
Jake, it definitely was. This crowd here just learned moments ago that the projections are calling this race for Abigail Spanberger.
Defeating the
There's been some reporting out there about the possibility of furloughed workers not getting back pay. We know that the president signed that bill into law in his first term. Does the administration guarantee that all furloughed workers will get back pay?
This is something we are very much open to discussing with Democrats as part of the discussions about the continuing resolution to keep the government open, and it's something that Republicans are talking with Democrats about right now. I won't get ahead of those negotiations or discussions.
That's a possibility that may not happen, even though it's law.
I just said Republicans in the White House are very much open to discussing this with Democrats.
Hey, he's only going to do it if the Democrats are on board to open up the government. If Democrats are on board to open up the government, Donald Trump will pay those furloughed workers. But right now, he doesn't want to. He wants to blame the Democrats for keeping the government shut down. And he's saying, as long as you keep this government shut down, I will not pay them. That's a fact. Anyway, CBS News is live. Let's tap in for a second.
As mayor's race say they identify as liberal voters compared to 33% in New Jersey, 31% in Virginia. So why this all matters, you know, Republicans are wasting no time. My phone is going off, painting every Democrat as a Mamdani Democrat. Right. But Democrats are going to look at this and say, this is a outsized vote in New York City. You know, New York City is the most concentrated, you know, that we've seen so far in Democratic votes. What was striking, too, more liberal than California, New York City is. And I know we're going to talk about California tonight. But you can also look at it as a way to look at how Democratic voters are feeling. If you're looking at a high concentration of Democratic voters, this is who they're voting for. Given these options, that's also something, a data point to look at.
Caitlin, brilliant stuff. We're going to talk about California right now because as a son of San Diego, I do not want to be the living, breathing embodiment of East Coast obsessiveness, okay?
They're saying Cuomo is actually leading in the polls for the mayor of New York City. But anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program. Where was we at?
We know Mamdani beat Cuomo. He beat him by double digits in the Democratic primary by 12 points. And we know Mamdani's been leading in the polls. They've been a bit all over the place, but the one constant has been Mamdani is leading. What Cuomo is hoping to pull the upset here, he's hoping for a coalition. First of all, age is a big part of this. What have we seen in the polls? Basically, voters over 45, Cuomo actually is doing well with, often leading in the polls. Voters under 45, he's getting clobbered with. So Cuomo wants an older electorate today. We're going to be looking at neighborhoods in New York City where there's older median age. That's where Cuomo wants to be running up the score, and that's where he wants there to be huge turnout. He also thinks he has an opportunity. He's done well traditionally with black voters in the Bronx in particular. See what turnout is there as well. Jewish voters. He thinks he could do very well with Jewish voters. And the other group he needs, and this gets to what you just said about Donald Trump, he needs Republicans. There are some Republicans in New York, and a lot of them are backing Curtis Sliwa. If Cuomo's going to...
He didn't call them white people. He called them Republicans. He said the black people, the Jewish, and Republicans. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, NBC is like... Matter of fact, Trump doesn't like Cuomo at all. But Trump endorsed Cuomo. That's insane, right? It's true.
Is this the party of Mamdani and AOC? Does Hogan have a point? And do you see her? I mean, she's obviously gotten a lot of buzz. Could she be a Senate candidate? Could she be a presidential candidate?
No, I wouldn't say the Democratic Party belongs to any one particular candidate or elected official. I don't believe that. I think what AOC's been saying is a consistent message she's saying since she showed up on the scene, which is that, again, life is unaffordable for too many people. And that is the part that's resonating. But each one of these candidates, you know, run.
Right now, they got Mamdani leading Cuomo. So it just depends on what news site you're watching to see who's actually in the lead.
As well as she performed tonight, it could be a Spamberger party. I mean, like, why wouldn't it be? So I just think that, you know, the party is as diverse as it is. The question, though, I think where Republicans are going to have to start examining is why did they lose those Latino voters in those counties? Is it the immigration issue? Is it the deportation? I mean, they've got to start to unpack why they're losing that coalition.
Well, Hallie, you have the first post from President Trump.
Don't you set me up with hot reporting. It's a truth social.
It's a
That's
truth
all. I'm going to be honest
social.
about that. It's publicly out there.
He's got his own take, though.
He has an answer to that.
He has an answer to that question.
He has his thoughts on this. The president has posted online now, to your point here, Kristen, which you're totally right about. And he thinks that the president has suggested there's two reasons, Ashley, to your point, as to why Republicans didn't do better. Number one, because his name was not on the ballot. And number two, because of the government shutdown. And so, that as I think insight into where the president's head is at here, he was not on the ballot. And I understand the president's always on the ballot. Again, physically, his name is not on the ballot. This isn't a presidential year. And this has been exactly to the point that we're talking about here. If his name is not on the ballot, what happens to that quote-unquote Trump coalition, those first-time voters, those independents, et cetera? Because to all the discussion here around what is the brand of the Democratic Party, I'm struck by something that our darling friend Steve Kornacki said just a couple days ago when that new NBC News poll came out, this sort of under-the-radar thing that he was watching, which was about what our poll showed on the Democratic brand. Only about a third of Democrats view socialism favorably. Now, fewer view it negatively than they did last year, but 35% is not, an overwhelming majority of the party that views socialism favorably. So I just think this is all sort of part and parcel of the context. And can I be sort of like, whatever for a second? I think this goes back to the point that we've all been making, which is like maybe there's not one crystal clear takeaway from tonight, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe nuance exists.
And there's a lot of nuance. I think you're right about that.
Well, that's kind of the overarching question that I have, and that is, everyone talked about the political realignment that has been happening over the past few years under Donald Trump that was crystallized in the 2024 elections. So what happened to that political realignment? Is it not a permanent realignment? Yeah. Do all those Democratic autopsies that started coming out last week that are going to continue to come out over the next few weeks about the last election in 2024, do those mean anything? Do they throw those out the door? Or have they figured out what the path is, and that's just affordability, don't talk about cultural issues, healthcare, the things that they think that they can win on in this current environment.
Everybody trying to figure out what the hell
We're trying to get a feel for
everybody. Oh, what was that?
We're trying to get a feel for people where they stand on the issues. Do you believe schools should be teaching critical race theory?
No.
Why not?
I feel like honestly it brings about more racism, bringing more issues around that don't need to be.
What is critical race theory for people that don't understand it?
See, I really don't even know. I'm assuming. Can you explain it a little bit to me, honestly?
Yeah. Do you think Americans should ban fracking?
No.
You don't?
No.
Do you feel strongly about fracking?
That's a good question.
Not to drill this point.
Okay, we're not listening to that crap. We're not listening to that crap. Anyway, Trump is out for himself. You heard him say it. My name is not on the ballot.
We have some major news right now. California Governor Gavin Newsom just confirmed to me that California is sending 10 election monitors for every 1 election monitor Trump is sending to California, and is blasting Donald Trump for suggesting that there is some type of criminal activity or irregularities or fraud happening in today's Prop 50 election. Newsom gave a major update about where things stand right now in California. I want you to watch this clip. Full interview on my Substack, link in bio.
Look, we're flooding the zone. For every 1 person they put out there, we're going to have 10 people monitoring the monitors. We're not screwing around. Nor is Donald Trump screwing around. And you may have seen what he just sent out this morning, just a few hours ago. Donald Trump sent out a Truth Social saying he's looking at criminal investigation because he already is alleging this election is rigged. Again, he knows he's going to lose. This is the Election Rigging Response Act because he also knows he's going to lose the 2026 midterms. And this is why I keep saying, everybody, eyes wide open. This is not just about the maps here in California. He's mapping out a way of guaranteeing his victory in the midterms in 2026 and beyond. As you say, sending out election monitors that are not needed, that have no basis. has no business being out here in a statewide election for a statewide constitutional amendment. He has masked men like Greg Bovino that showed up at the campaign kickoff of Proposition 50 to intimidate folks. That is a preview of things to come at polling places all across the United States. If you thought we were overstating things in June around the federalization of the National Guard, where we said in June, this is a preview of things to come across the United States. We've seen it in D.C., in Portland, in Chicago, and you're going to see it now as he starts to put Trump personnel in military bases all across the United States, and he's organized that very openly come this January to have quick deployment. This is all around 2026, alleging that Prop 50 is already rigged because there's mail-in ballots, and alleging suggesting criminal activities occurring is chilling. But trust me, to your question, forgive the long-winded response, we're not screwing around. We've set aside millions of dollars for our legal defense. We're there today, making sure we're monitoring the monitors. So there's nothing happening that is not going to be recorded. And I think that has to be our posture as Democrats with that kind of vigilance going through 2020.
We have some.
Yeah, man. Look, man, California's been known to do some illegal shit. That's why we got the California loophole. That's why it's on the in the big beautiful bill. The one big beautiful bill is after California. And mind you, I'm against the California loophole. I mean, get that shit out of here. You know, we gotta fix that. If we're gonna fix healthcare, we gotta fix that. That's a fact. We Americans need healthcare. And of course, every person who goes to the emergency room needs to get help, but to a certain extent, help them, but don't keep them on Medicaid. They keep these recipients on Medicaid, and now they have healthcare. Once they get healthcare, that should be a sure for them to go get citizenship, right? They don't. They don't go get citizenship. They don't go. They don't pay their taxes. They don't do whatever the hell Donald Trump said they is. That's what they is. I don't give a damn. I do give a damn. I do actually, but I'm just saying it's just too much to go into at one sitting, because then you got to break down every part of that. We broke it down. Just go back and look at the past lives. California's messed up. Okay? Donald Trump is after them. I get it. Donald Trump hates all Democrat ran states. I get that. He don't even care if he don't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, Donald Trump didn't even recognize Governor Stitt. He didn't recognize Governor Stitt, who was Oklahoma's Republican governor. He said his name wrong. He said his name wrong. He don't care. He didn't care about Oklahoma. Donald Trump don't care about Oklahoma. He just wanted a Republican governor in office. And mind you, Republicans don't even like Governor Stitt. That should tell you a lot right there. But they voted for him. His ass might be out of here. He might be out of here.
Tonight, as voters flock to the polls, Zoran Mamdani casting his own ballot, capping off a breakout campaign that could make the 34-year-old assemblyman the new mayor of New York.
We are on the brink of making history in our city. On the brink of saying goodbye to a politics of the past.
Mr. Cuomo, how are you feeling today? Feeling great.
His main challenger, former Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Governor, you're going to pull this off today?
Yes, we are.
Cuomo warns that Mamdani, a self-described democratic socialist who would be New York's first Muslim mayor, would, quote, kill the city.
Mind you, Donald Trump didn't like Cuomo as the governor. Donald Trump hated Cuomo. If you go back to when Cuomo was the governor of New York, Donald Trump hated him. And Donald Trump endorsed Cuomo. It has to be something up that Donald Trump would endorse a Democrat for mayor. It has to be. Donald Trump said, I'm not funding New York City if Mamdani is elected. Because Donald Trump, as big of a Christian as he is, he doesn't like Muslims. He hates Muslims that bad.
Truth is, these guys don't give a shit about everyday people. They've never gone hungry. They don't even buy their own groceries, and they'll never have to choose between putting food on the table or paying for health care. They have private cooks and concierge doctors. This is all a game to them. And by the way, we still don't even know what the hell this administration is doing with benefits. I mean, this morning, as my colleague just stated, Trump posted on Truth Social that he would illegally withhold benefits. Now they're saying they won't. What I do know is that it's not that complicated. Now his press secretary is trying to walk it back. Truth is,
it is Election Day across the country, and millions of Americans are heading to the polls for some high-stakes races. New Jersey and Virginia both picking new governors. In New York City, a new mayor will be elected. And in California, voters are deciding if the state's congressional district should be redrawn. ABC's Rena Roy is live in New York with a showdown at the polls and what some are calling the first real test of President Trump's second term. Rena.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Judy. Today's results could indicate how Americans might feel about President Trump since his re-election and could also set the stage for next year's midterms.
All eyes on New York City today, with voters hitting the polls for a historic mayoral race.
I think this vote, even though it's a local election, could have major impacts on how the two major parties have control across the country.
Self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani leading the polls, the 34-year-old focusing his campaign on affordability.
It is time now for a new day in our politics.
Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo running as an independent and now endorsed by President Trump, despite a tumultuous history between the two.
He's not endorsing me. He's opposing Mamdani.
Guardian Angels founder Republican Curtis Sliwa also running.
My campaign has stood in stark contrast to Andrew Cuomo.
Cuomo know the real. He said, Donald Trump don't like me. He not endorsing me. He just don't like Mamdani. He don't like Mamdani. Man, Cuomo ain't stupid. But anyway, let's get to the polls. Who wins 2026 midterms? Democrats or Republicans? 61% says Democrats. What does that say? Okay? Democrats are showing out. They're showing up and showing out. Okay? Look, man. After seeing what's going on, I think a lot of Democrats lost hope as Joe Biden was the president. I think a lot of Democrats lost hope. And they was just like, man, this can't be life. But then Donald Trump became president again. They was like, look, we didn't say we wanted this. I mean, we didn't want this. We was like, hey, anything better than Joe Biden. But damn, y'all brought us Trump again? Come on. So now Democrats are back in the polls again. So you needed Trump. Democrats needed Trump to win again for them to realize that this shit matters. I think Democrats lost faith when Joe Biden was elected president. I believe that. I mean, because, hey, man, I don't give a damn that he was vice president to Obama. Joe Biden was hot garbage. He was trash can water. He was hot dog. Have you ever left hot dog water on the stove overnight after you cooked a good American hot dog? After you cooked you a Nathan's hot dog and you let that grease sit on the stove in that water, and then you go in there and be like, damn, my kitchen smell like ass. That's what Democrats felt like after Joe Biden left and was in office. That's true. And they was like, yeah, shit. So they didn't show up. They didn't show up for the polls. And guess what? Donald Trump won again. They're like, God, this is not what we signed up for.
If the Senate passes something, of course, we'll come back. We're running out of clock. Obviously, we put 7 weeks on the clock. That was remember, the bipartisan arrangement that was made between Democrats and Republicans in the House and the Senate, in consultation with the Senate, bipartisan, bicameral agreement that they needed 7 more weeks on the clock. Because once we got to the end of the fiscal year, September 30th, there would be that much more time needed, they estimated, to finish the government funding appropriations process. The Democrats have played games, and we've lost so many of those days now. So if they extend it, obviously that logically makes sense to us. I am not a fan of extending it to December because, let's be frank, a lot of people around here have PTSD about Christmas omnibus spending bills. We don't want to do that. It gets too close, and we don't want to have that risk. Well, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. But too many people have concern. I think putting it into January makes sense, but we've got to obviously build consensus around that. There's some discussion about it. We'll see where it lands. I'm not sure.
Tomorrow marks a record-breaking 36-day shutdown. And Mike Johnson, the speaker, Mike Johnson, is still blaming Democrats. He's still, man, the other side. He sound like some YouTube beef. The other side. Bitch, we talk about America here. And Mike Johnson is still blaming everybody but himself. I don't know who voted this coward in, but he's worse than some of y'all gonna hate me for this. Mike Johnson is worse than a woman taking accountability. The estrogen is showing in Mike Johnson. Boy, he don't take accountability for nothing. You are the Speaker of the House, the leader of the Republican Party, and you ain't got nobody in there to negotiate nothing. You just sitting over there trying to you regurgitating Trump's bullcrap, and you won't even stand up and have the balls for yourself. That's what's wrong with Speaker Mike Johnson. He don't got the balls to speak out on himself. Y'all need an overhaul. After this, y'all better vote somebody else in, and don't vote. What was the nerd name on Ghostbusters? Yeah, don't vote him back in.
Donald Trump is threatening New York City if his preferred candidate in the mayoral race doesn't win tomorrow. If Zohran Mamdani wins the election, the president says he will restrict federal funds to the city. Quote, "It is highly unlikely that I will be contributing federal funds, other than the very minimum as required, to my beloved first home, because of the fact that, as a communist, this once great city has zero chance of success or even survival." Trump also endorsed Andrew Cuomo tonight, saying, quote, "A vote for Curtis Lewa is a vote for Mamdani. Whether you personally like Andrew Cuomo or not, you really have no choice." Donald.
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, I saw those comments from Mamdani. I think they are completely irresponsible, and they are based on zero evidence. And I think this is just another example of how the Democrat Party unfortunately stands for nothing. All they stand against is President Donald Trump. And I think it's quite sad to see that we have someone at the top of the ticket on an election day today saying such things about the president when he obviously had absolutely nothing to do with those threats.
It's incredibly concerning. And I think that it is an illustration of the attacks we're seeing on our democracy. Sometimes they're blatant and explicit in the manner of these bomb threats. And we also have to know that here in New York City, I saw a young woman sharing a story of her mother who had voted for our campaign and was then harassed by another man at that poll site for doing so. And we have to understand this as part of the general approach the Trump administration has taken to trying to intimidate voters with baseless allegations of voter fraud as a means of trying to repress the voice of Americans across this country.
Yeah,
Hey. Dude, it's the same thing. It's the same thing over and over. It's voter fraud. It's this, that. It's this, that. Same argument. Same Republican argument.
There's been some reporting out there about the possibility of furloughed workers not getting back pay. We know that the president signed that bill into law in his first term. Does the administration guarantee that all furloughed workers will get back pay?
This is something we are very much open to discussing with Democrats as part of the discussions about the continuing resolution to keep the government open. And it's something that Republicans are talking with Democrats about right now. I won't get ahead of those negotiations or discussions.
That's a possibility that may not happen, even though it's law.
I just said Republicans in the White House are very much open to discussing this with Democrats.
And just one last question. As this government shutdown now drags on, about to make history as the longest government shutdown in American history, can you talk about what the president is personally doing to try to see an end to this?
He's pushing Republicans to keep voting and to keep opening up the Senate floor to vote for the clean continuing resolution. He had the Senate Majority Leader and the House Caucus Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, here at the White House to talk about this in the very early stages, to give them a chance to come to their senses and avoid this entire government shutdown at the very beginning. And they chose not to. And I think it's been very clear to everyone in this room and to everyone across the country that the Democrats are playing partisan politics with our United States.
It's not clear.
Federal government. And all Republicans have wanted to do for the last 35 days is reopen the government. That has been the president's position since day one. It is his position today on day 35. And all we need are 5 common sense Democrats with have a little bit of courage and come to the table and vote with Republicans. I saw Senator John Fetterman on television last night saying that he hopes more folks in his party will step up. And we certainly agree with him on that point.
Commemoration. Your thoughts on that, Aaron?
It really does show how far New York City has come. And even in this race, Muslims were vilified. Andrew Cuomo laughed along with a radio host in the closing weeks of the campaign, Lindsay, who suggested that Mamdani would have been cheering on the terrorists on 9/11. And Mamdani then spoke passionately, giving a deeply personal speech toward the end of the campaign, talking about his faith and how Muslims in the city have felt like they needed to live in the shadows. And instead, he says his candidacy has helped them come out and live a more full life as a member of civic society. And the religious barrier that he's broken is not lost in the city with the largest Jewish population outside of the state of Israel. So he does have some inroads to make with members of other faiths, perhaps, but he pledges that he is going to be a mayor for all.
All right, Aaron Katersky, we'll go back to you as soon as we hear that Mamdani has hit the stage there. Thanks so much. Let's go now to Monica Madden from KGO, our partner station in San Francisco. She is at the Yes Party for Prop 50. Give us a sense of how the crowd is there.
Do you want me to go up there?
It looks like Mamdani won.
Mamdani blamed the president for bomb threats and intimidation at polling locations. He said, quote, part of the general approach of the Trump administration has taken to intimidate voters with baseless allegations of voter fraud as a means of trying to repress the voice of Americans across this country. I want to give you a chance to respond to that.
Yeah, I saw those comments from Mamdani. I think they are completely irresponsible and they are based on zero evidence. And I think this is just another example of how the Democrat Party unfortunately stands for nothing. All they stand against is President Donald Trump.
We heard Donald Trump yesterday. He said if Mamdani wins, he's going to cut off funding to New York. He calls him a communist. He'll send the National Guard. We need a mayor who can stand up to Donald Trump, who can get the funding that New York deserves, who can make sure the National Guard does not come to New York, because we don't need the National Guard.
What makes him think that Donald Trump is going to fund New York because he went? Donald Trump don't like you, Cuomo. Donald Trump don't like you. What? Man. Cuomo backtracking. Donald Trump don't like you, fool. Donald Trump, if you win, Donald Trump still won't give you funding because he don't like you. In fact, it don't matter who wins. He not giving y'all funding. He's not giving y'all funding. Just know, if Cuomo won, Donald Trump will still find a way to not give New York funding. This is not a game, people.
And I can stand up to Trump. Mamdani cannot handle Trump. That's clear. And the next mayor has to be able to handle Donald Trump. I handled Donald Trump as governor of New York during COVID at the hardest time. He wanted to quarantine New York. I stopped him. He sent the National Guard to 20 cities. What city didn't he send them to? New York City. So I can handle Donald Trump. I did it once. I'll do it again.
First of all, where do you think things stand right now, and what do you make of the turnout?
So I anticipate that the next BOE update is going to put us officially over the 2 million mark when you include the absentee ballots that we know have been scanned and counted. So this is record breaking. And when that happens, nobody really knows what's going on. The only thing we know for sure is that people are energized and they are rushing to the polls to send a message. What that message is and which one wins out, we'll know at 9 o'clock.
The Donald Trump endorsement, helpful, hurtful, awkward? How would you describe it?
Look, it wasn't something that we sought, and we'll see how impactful it is. You know, a big X factor here is what does it do to the Curtis Sliwa vote? Does it collapse the Curtis Sliwa vote in any way because those voters listened to him first and foremost? Does it impact Democrats? We're not sure, but we'll all know one way or another.
Sliwa only got like 5% of the votes. He's out of here.
Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah. Who not necessarily we like. But,
Right,
you know.
exactly.
Have to.
As someone who's been living in New York City for over 10 years, affordability, safety, making New York feel like home for so many people who've been living here for decades.
I definitely think that affordability is the #1 issue, and I think in order to accomplish that, you need an executive that actually knows how to get things done. So.
We had to live here through COVID, so we know how important it is to have representation of police in the street. We know that basically, when you want to raise a price of something like hourly wage, you need small businesses to support it.
And so the only message I can give to New York is as I go to the next leg of my journey, I'm leaving you a good city. Don't fuck it up. And so the only message I can give to New York is as I go to the next leg of my journey, I'm leaving you a good city. Don't fuck it up.
Eric Adams didn't Eric Adams get charged for something? I don't know. Ninjas be ninjin'. Anyway, hey, guess what? It's still a lot of people without food stamps today. It's still a government shutdown. This was a major key part of how America will go for the next 2 years a year until midterms. And looks like Democrats are coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming. Democrats are coming out. They want the world to know. They're gonna let it show. All right. It's time for some of y'all to take y'all's asses to bed because y'all got to go to work tomorrow. Y'all's asses is not furloughed. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. It was a big win for Democrats tonight. Okay, it was big wins in voter elections in Virginia and in New York and in California, I believe. California had some congressional seats going up for grabs. And, you know, listen. Hey, regardless of whoever wins, we still Americans. So if you vote Democrat or you vote Republican, understand, y'all better think America first, okay? So go look at your people and make sure your people are going to be on the right side of history. Because regardless if you Democrat or Republican, I'm in Oklahoma, a Republican state, but I'm going to still hold my Democrats and my Republicans to their word. Governor Stitt and Senator Lankin, whatever your name is, your bride of Chucky's kid looking ass. What was Chucky's kid's name? That's Lankin. His ass is grass. if I had anything to do with it, I'm voting his ass out of here. Cause he's dirtball bag. And then what's his Governor Stitt? Governor Stitt hate everybody. And he hate the Native Americans so bad, but he claims to be Native American. Bro, you're out of here. He trying to take money from the Native Americans. You out of here, big dog. Don't nobody. I can't wait till we can vote for you. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm voting twice. I'm gonna pull some illegal shit. If Trump better recount the ballots in Oklahoma, because I'm voting. I might vote 5 times. And me and my dad share the same name, so I'm gonna vote for me and my deceased father. So y'all gonna see a deceased person voting. I'm just joking. People be like, yeah, he said he's gonna vote twice. I'm lying. I'm not gonna do no illegal shit. Listen. I've never committed a crime in my life, and I'm not gonna start today, okay? But thank y'all for watching. Of course, we got some good information. This was a voter election. I will be back to have more fun with politics, because half of these motherfuckers be lying, half of them be telling the truth, half of them just say what they want to say, what they think that we want to hear. Okay, Cuomo thinks that Donald Trump, that he can hold down Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't like you. Donald Trump only endorsed you because he don't want a Muslim in power. Donald Trump is a Christian through and through, okay? He don't want a Muslim in power. You know? That's crazy. It's okay for Republicans. Oklahoma is definitely Republican, man. This state is crazy. Anyway, I want to do a Christmas giveaway for everybody on the political side, so we're gonna do a Christmas giveaway. Thank y'all for pulling up and showing out. I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do this giveaway, because everybody who signed up for last year's giveaway, which we haven't been able to because we've been restructuring this channel. Y'all still in, because I still got y'all's information. I'm gonna make sure I put y'all in. But we doing something new for the political people. So that's how we do it. And I might give y'all's ass some groceries. I'm gonna give you a $100 gift card to HEB or Food Lion or whatever grocery store, because I know y'all motherfuckers that ain't got no goddamn groceries in y'all house right now, and it's gonna be tough for a lot of people. You know, listen, game recognized game, and I'm here for y'all. Y'all here for me. All right, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe. Mundani won. Listen, man, I think listen. If I was to be, I'm gonna tell y'all how fake YouTube is. I'm gonna tell y'all how fake it is. If I was to get in here and scream out Republican, motherfucking boy, everybody be in here. I'm gonna tell you, because y'all don't want to hear the truth. The fact is, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. Americans want to be lied to. Americans want to be lied to. Right now, Republicans are struggling, so they on YouTube trying to figure it out. And y'all want to continue to be lied to. I'm not going to lie. I refuse to sit here and lie to y'all. I refuse to sit here and lie to the people. Now, I'll show both sides, but I'm definitely not finna lie to y'all, because it benefits me none to lie to y'all. My morals and values won't allow me to lie to anyone about. Now, I lie to my girlfriend about cheating on her, but I definitely won't lie to y'all, okay? so funny. Dope dealers on the west side of Chicago struggling because I believe it. Hey, everybody's struggling because of this stamps ain't, man, regular people who buy stamps off of people is struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are, food stamps is a part of the economy, whether you like it or not. But anyway, this ain't no Muslim country. You know what? People have the right to religion. You know, they're people too. You know, but look at it this way, man. Look at it this way. People can live their life how they want to, but it's not your place to dictate how people live their life. But you can, you know, give your opinion freely on the Everyday PJ show. You can't do that nowhere else. Anywhere else, the mods would have blocked you. But I have the greatest mods in U.S. history. They let you get off unless you act stupid and you don't misspell your cuss words. It's simple. It's simple. This is a unbiased. Do I gotta bring MAGA Mike back? I'm gonna bring MAGA Mike back. Fuck it. Y'all don't believe Everyday PJ, so MAGA Mike coming back tomorrow. We finna go full blown MAGA tomorrow. Full blown MAGA. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? Oh yeah, we going full. Oh shit, the Thunder game just started. Anyway, Thunder game just started. Shout out to Oklahoma City Thunder. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. If you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan, you are un-American, okay? Remember that, okay? Thank y'all. Make sure y'all pull back up tomorrow night, and we're going to keep it lit. And, yeah. MAGA Mike don't play. We finna get lit, big dog. I'm finna go full-blown MAGA tomorrow. I gotta bring it. Where my? I don't got my wig right now. I think I put it up. But we're gonna bring MAGA Mike back out. MAGA Mike is coming tomorrow. All right, man. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourself at work, man. Make sure y'all pray tonight. Kiss y'all children. Tell them you love them before you walk out the house. And, you know, always America first. America, baby. America.